my backdrop a little bit for you so you can kind of hopefully see that different things that I've done. Oh, deer's here. And in cleaning up my board back there, I pulled out one of my door tags, which it's wooden, kind of like the board base frame, but it's got a nice little hanger that you can easily hang it up on. That I had done one like this last summer, and somebody wanted it in different colors, so I did it in different colors. But you can see I've got like a little, the black is the shimmer glitter, and then I've got the red, so it's just a little secret ingredient is love. And I'm gonna do something on the reverse of it. That's the plan. So tomorrow, if you want to see how to do these on a window, I'm going to go ahead and do that either on my front porch or on my front door. I have not quite completely decided yet. So stay tuned to see, because I have a lot of different little transfers. And I have an enclosed front porch that's all windows. So I have like 12 windows, plus like 2 smaller windows, plus my front door is glass, plus I have a window between my porch. Like if you see some of my old videos last year, I did the window between my porch and my living room with a welcome to our porch, which is still on there. I'll show you guys that because you can always check it out. And make sure that my thing's going. Haven't really had a request for stuff, but I do have different houses. I do have more little signs like this. So I was kind of looking through my transfers and just trying to decide what it was that I wanted to do. So I had pulled out a couple of different ones. And if I wanted to remove this, I can. It is board. It is painted white. If you sand it down, it becomes like that wooden look because it takes the white off. And if you ever chalk on something that's wood and you want it to come up, yeah, you wipe it off, but it's going to leave images behind. I've cleaned these off before, and sometimes you can see a little ghost of the image, but you can get it cleaned off. This one has red on it, and red can like really stain more, but I can clean it off completely by using sandpaper. Sand it right off. Then I can even make it white again or another color or leave it the wood look. You have tons of different options. So 2 that I pulled out were the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and the Dream Wildly. Kind of want to do the Dream Wildly. And I don't know if you got a door hanger you bought and it had 2 different ones, would you like that, or would you rather just have one and want to play inside? I don't know. I'd rather have my options. The Wildly one, a lot of people have done the watercolor effect on. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. It's a little more complicated, and I do have videos on it as well. But I've got my lemonade one as well. Oh, the decisions, because I also pulled out, this could be an indecisive day. I did grab one of these, which is just, it's a shiplap board. Got it through Walmart. It's got a little hanger on it, which you can either change or move around. And then you can do a surface on it. Because it's wooden, painted black, I would definitely wax it. But we have, this is like a little bandana pattern that you could do on it. Even though it hangs over the edge, it's not going to do anything or hurt it. I do have some weird kind of like circle ones that pretty much fit it perfect. This one is when you focus on the good gets better. Of course, there's other different ones, and I guess I should have pulled out the one I can't decide on. So we do have some that are like a farmhouse tile pattern. That you can do different blocks, which looks awesome on it. That I've seen people do. And then there's this one that I love. This is just a big book of flowers. So this is the one I believe I'm going to do on my window tomorrow night. So check in for that. Not sure what colors I'm going to do. Those are 2. Still some on the pile back there. And then there's this one that I haven't decided all what I want to do with it. And it may be putting it on pillows and t-shirts and stuff too, because we've got all the different zodiac signs. And down here it's got, out of all the stars in this world, I'm sure glad you're mine. So a lot of people will pair up their signs. We are all made up of stars. So all the different zodiac signs, which I kind of like. But I just can't say. So I pulled out the fishing one, and it does fit on this. There's also other ones that people are using. I don't know if I showed you the shut the front door, and then it's, so there's this one, shut the, no, seriously, shut the door, you're letting the bugs in. So lots of people say that. It's to people on the outside, come on in, I'm still not ready. Please hide packages from parent. Please hide packages from husband. That's a pretty popular one. And then there's kitchen ones. We do have a little gnome one, which are kind of cute. And then this one I'm going to put on a pillow, which is Steal My Heart, Not My Blankets. And it's a little too big for the round. So we'll see. That's another future project. But I'm going to do the Wildly one on this one, the Dream Wildly. And I know I'm yip yapping, but there we go. Okay. So I'd love to show you my craft room, but not until it's like more than a path to get through. Okay, so this is Dream Wildly. And the first thing I'm going to do is buzz up my transfer. And peel it like a sticker, or you just get a little bit. Usually the transfer overhangs a little on the ledge, I find anyways, so super sticky. So I'm just dulling it down, and it'll get its stickiness back once I clean it. Hey guys, so still feels really sticky, but let me check the board. So it's not, so I'm able to go over the board without it sticking like glue. So I do need to wax this board. It's to protect my transfer and keep the paste from potentially bleeding, because, you know, it's wood, so there's little, you know, grain in it and stuff. It's not perfect. But my wax, and then really, I was using a paper towel to put the wax on, but then it would leave little residue from the paper towel behind. So I got to use like an old washcloth, and now we have this little this wax cloth. It's just like the fuzz cloth, only smaller. So you can dip it in there, and I just go both directions. And I don't make sure like every little nook and cranny is filled in. I just want, you know, if I go like this, it's trying to fill in the little nooks and crannies of the wood grain. And then I find it helpful to go in the opposite direction, so horizontal then vertical. Seems to, for me, feels like it evens it out more. Right. That's done. Wax is done. Hopefully I've got this in a position where you can see it pretty well. And I'm going to put this on. I just eyeball the transfer. See where I want it. So this is a nice one where I could just do the flower and then put different wording on it. So I can easily just not do that. You can cover it up with tape. You can use a little wasabi tape, or we've got this tape. You can use painter's tape. Then you don't have to worry about cleaning up a mess afterwards. If I was to get really close to the edge, I could put painter's tape around here. You know your level of messiness better than anyone. So how messy are you, and do you want to take a little extra precautions? With chalk cleans right up with water, so it's not usually a big deal to fix that. If you're working with ink and you're getting really close to the edge, do yourself a favor, and if you haven't done it very much, because even though I've done it a lot, it would serve me well to put painter's tape around the edge often when I get pretty close. Right here, this one spot is going to be close to the edge. Maybe up here, that's about it. So you just have to be extra careful, especially if you're using ink. Well, we're not using ink tonight. I'm going to do, I did purple on the dark background, but I've got this one is Shimmer Orchid, so it's glitter. It's a purplish kind of color. And then I've also got this, which is the Sunset Drive, which is one of the new spring colors. So we've got both of these. So I'm going to do both of these on this to see how it comes out. And I hope that the Sunset Drive is, you should easily be able to see it. But I will pull it up and look, and if not, I might, you know, add a little bit of the purple to it or something to give it a little more depth to it. You can also, when you do these, do it, pick it up, put it down so it's a little bit over to the side, so it almost looks like a layered shadow effect. That works out pretty well. So as you can see, I have not used my shimmer, but pretty much if you're setting your shimmers out like this, I have actually used this before. I used it on the base and stuff for the crazy little Son of a Beach one. But as you can see, something about the shimmers, they just, if you leave them sitting like that, they're just going to end up flat, completely flat across the top, like they're brand new, just opened. We don't know what it is. It's something in the mixture that's a little bit different from the normal creamy. Because this was creamy before this was, and I don't know, it just works out perfectly. You can see the new lids already have the built-in, so you don't have to worry about peeling any extra thing off. It's already built in here. So I feel like I've got wax on my fingers. So let's see, let me close that out. Sorry if you send a message and I can't see it. Right now it's not showing me any messages, but sometimes I look afterwards and I see that there were messages. For some reason it didn't pop up. So I'm just going to get started on it, I think. So I'm going to do the flower in purple. Maybe I'll even pull out some green for the stem, or I'll leave it purple. I don't know. My lilac bushes got leaves on them, enough that you can notice, you see them. They're not even halfway ready. But the little buds that are about this color are just starting to show up on it, which I love. Love the smell of lilacs. The only bad thing is that they only last for a couple weeks, and then usually around Memorial Day it rains and then they're gone. So I'm going to start with Wildly and make sure I do that in my purple. I'm just putting in a thicker amount. The fun part will be when I go to clean this up, because glitter likes to hang around even after you clean it. I've never had glitter stay on my squeegees after I clean my squeegees, but usually transfer, whatever I clean the transfer on, the eraser I use. So I've got the little Wildly. I want that to be a different color. And then I think I'll do the Dream in purple too. Oops, I'm getting really close to that leaf. Yikes. Alright. So what I'm going to do, because I want to see how the Sunset Drive, which is like a really pastel kind of orange, is going to look on this. So I'm going to do the little leaf. I can't even tell. I mean, I guess it's a leaf, but it looks a little like a petal that fell. So I'm going to do that in the Sunset Drive and see how that looks. I'm going to pull it up so I can take a look at it. The two colors are getting really close to each other, so I'm going to grab my little tool here. So I'm going to pull this up just so I can, because it's a bigger one. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that orange. Sometimes I'm afraid that lighter colors are going to be too light, but I love how that looks. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of the flower. Just going to let that sit back down. I didn't push it down. I tend to rotate my things around. I'm right-handed, so instead of like reaching way over and sticking my arm in paste that I've already done, I'll go like this. So, I'm going to try to see if I think I want to put any little purple. I don't know if I want to like put a little purple maybe in the center of the flower or something, give it a little something extra. I have a really hard time sticking to just one color, as you can tell. Okay, so maybe I'll take a little stir stick and get a little bit of purple. And I'll put like in the middle here, maybe a little here. And I'll get that to mix in with my orange. Okay. So I'm going to use my squeegee for the bulk of the orange, and when I get to the mixed colors, I'm going to use this. And I'm doing 2 different ones when they touch because I want to be able to take the excess Sunset Drive orangish color and put it back in the jar so it's not wasted. And once you mix colors, you can't really do that. So I'm going to go around what I have. I would have been way done by now had I used one color in the angled squeegee. If you haven't seen my videos for the past week, the angled squeegee is heaven. Can't believe I had it sitting here in the package and had not taken it out. Can't believe it took me over a year to buy one. Alright, so I've got this excess. I'm going to drop an excess little plop on there. And now I'm going to mix it in with the purple a bit here. Just so it gives the flower a little something extra. It'll have a little bit of I'm just going to scrape it across here before I pull it up. Make sure I get any of the excess paste off. Alright. So I'm going to pull up from where I already pulled up before. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys this. Let me go ahead and close it up. Close up my paste so I can get them out of the way. I'll hold it up. So I love the colors. And you can see where I put just a little drops of purple on the flower to give it a little something extra in those areas. So hopefully you can see that. See if I'll hold it up a little bit better. So the wild or the Shimmer Orchid is the purple at the bottom. The flower is done in the Shimmer Harvest, and those 2 little purplish dots are shiny glittery on it that are a little bit more the same purple down below. But it's blended in a little bit better. And I probably could have blended it a lot on the flower to tie the 2 colors together. But I'm happy with that. I like that. And usually within 30 minutes it's dry to the touch where you can kind of like take like this and rub your hand over it without it coming off. So see, I can even put pressure on it. It's not coming off. It's not coming off on me either. Right, so let me pop this here. So there's that one from last night. And we do have the bases, but I don't know if the base is I'm gonna try the base in. No. So the base for the smaller holder, it will hold a canvas, but it won't hold the door tag. But let me try, because I've not tried this before. Let me try the regular 5x7 board and base. I want to see if it will work with the door tag. And this is the one where I took that Shimmer Orchid paste and I watered it down a little bit and painted the wood. So it went from this to this. Haha, the door, it does fit the door tag. Yes. So, but I'm guessing it might not stand up. Well, it stands up too. Because the door tag is a lot heavier than these reusable chalkboards. They're pretty light. That is awesome. Huh, cool. All right. And the base that I had painted works with it. So I could easily put something here to hang, a ribbon or something. All right, so let me try to stand this up and make sure. Let's see how well it does on its own when I stand it up here. And oh look, I'll put my little birdie there. Makes me a little nervous, but yeah, it's holding up. It's not falling. All right, as soon as I go up here, it's gonna fall. Watch. That I love that door tag because the door tag you can actually, you know, cut it across if you wanted to, just score it and it breaks because it is a thinner wood. Awesome. And then I've got this one with my 2 things where I forgot what I was doing. And my crazy little son on the beach. Let's see if I can. A lot of times you can just lean these up against things or in between things. Those gotta go together. Awesome. All right. So now I'm just left with cleaning up my mess, which I just got all over my hands. It's just chalk paste though. So I'm gonna flip over to my other cloth side. And I think I use the cloth backwards from what they recommend. I use the way that it works for me. I'm just gonna clean up these silicone squeegees. This is the multi-tool. So the one end is designed to go into the jar and really scoop it. And I did make a mess on this today. Wow, I've got orange all over my fingers. Okay. Well, you're not usually that bad. And then as I clean things, I just set them out to dry. If I'm cleaning it like this and I need a little extra, I'll put a little water on. I do like to have my things cleaned off so the next time I go to use them, I'm not like, you know, I guess cross-contaminating or however you would want to term that. And because I'm just making a huge mess tonight, I even got my water sprayer bottle dirty with chalk paste from my hands. Alright, so I'm going to throw this wipe away so it doesn't make more of a mess. Alright, so, wow, this has been a super messy night. Alright, so all I have left to do is to clean this one off. And I'm just going to use regular water and a Clorox wipe. I have my erasers, but they're with the bucket in the bathroom that I didn't pull out. So tomorrow will be a much bigger project with the book and the flowers. Haven't decided if I'm going to do it like really quickly with the like angled squeegee in one color on the books, or maybe mix some colors together. If anybody has a request for what they'd like to see, please let me know, because we're going to be down there tomorrow night doing that. I just need one more wipes. In the height of pandemic, I was not using wipes. So I'm actually going to show you the difference between a wipes and the eraser when it comes down to cleaning. I've not been too happy with the wipes lately. So let me grab this for you guys so you can see it pretty easily. Sorry for the interruption on the camera. I figured I wouldn't need to do it, but I will. And I've left my wipe. I've left this open a couple times. I forgot. Okay, so when I'm using my bucket, I'll show you what I do. So usually, after I'm done using one of these things, and as you can see, it's still really sticky. It's lifting that whole thing up. I put it in the water bucket face down. Make sure I submerge it in water. Give it like a minute. It helps loosen up the paste. It really coats it with water better than me spraying it with a spray bottle. And then I take it out. And I can see that it's already turning my water slightly light purple. And then I'll get my eraser nice and wet, rinse it out. And then, so you saw before when I did it once with the wipe, what it cleaned off as. Let me slide this over a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. Now with the eraser, you can see how it just takes it right off. So use what you can that you've got with you. But even you can see the purple, how it cleans it off. And like even in the petals of the flower, you can see the orange, but that's because I'm pushing it through. So if I lift it up, you can see where I pushed it through. So you can kind of read Dream Wildly. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit the back side. There's two ways that you can do it. I do it both. So a lot of times I will spray it just so I get a nice thick coat of water on it. Gives it a second to help loosen up anything that's starting to dry in that silk screen. That's why you want to clean it, not let it sit out overnight and stuff, because it will dry in the silk screen and then it just takes you longer to clean it. So as I'm wiping it through, I can see it's picking up more stuff on the back side that I pushed through or stuck in the screen. All clean. And from looking at the front, it's kind of, I mean, you can tell that it's been used, but not like super dark or anything. So I'm gonna flip this over here, put the stuff out to dry for the night, and then I will put it back in the backer. So that's all I have for tonight, guys. I'm gonna sign off. I did the Dream Wildly on the flower, and I figured out that it does go in the little 5x7 board and base. It fits in that. So this is the board and base for the little 5x7, which we have in white and black. Which means they may need to have them start selling just that base. That would be awesome. All right, signing off. See you guys tomorrow on my porch.